Haynes.
You talked about changing it up with a lot of the different producers, and you definitely changed it up again with So Romantic. The System guys came in.
Oh my God. Sweet guys. Evan Rogers and okay, you have to help me with the name.
Mick or Mike Murphy and
Mike Murphy, Nick Murphy, yep. The System.
yeah.
Oh my God. Different. Like I was saying. They would get each producer and songwriter just showed what they had to give me and see what I can do with it. That's what it's all about. And when I went in, just beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. I'm so romantic. You know what I'm thinking. Heartbreaker, the song Heartbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Love that song. So in love. I'm glad I remember these songs. Can you imagine? Like, Evelyn, you done lost your memory. Nope. Still got it.
I guess chart-wise, Just for the Night was the biggest hit off that one.
Oh, my God. Won't you let me take part in your fantasy? That is one of my all-time favorite videos, too. You got to see that one. You probably haven't seen that one, have you? Just for the Night has a video as well. That was when it was almost like Fred Astaire and, oh God, Fred Astaire
Ginger
and
Rogers?
Gene Kelly?
Or Grace
Rogers.
Kelly.
Yes.
Or
oh my God.
Ginger Rogers, yeah.
It's so beautiful because I had on this gown. I would look pretty. I was dancing, and the guy was just amazing dancer. Oh, I forgot his name, but he's in the video with me and we're dancing. It's very special. These things, you're bringing back so many memories, it makes me want to tear up, but I'm just proud to know that it was me. Very proud. You would love it. You would love it. And I hope the fans watch it too.
You know, I'm sure Evelyn and I saw all those videos back, you know, when they were running, you know, on BET or wherever. It's just been so long since I've gone back and seen some of them.
Me too. Until I go on YouTube and I go, oh my goodness, they got them there. Okay, one Out of Control. That was a little scary. It's the song Out of Control. I did. It was like I was a crazy person in a chair. I'm like, okay. And it was Out of Control. But the song was jamming. If it's just rising so high, when every time we touch, oh yeah. You don't mind me singing to you, do you, Scott?
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, love it. So by that point, Evelyn, how much, you know, input were you having on what was taking place, you know, with your career and with your selection of music and your performance and your image and everything?
Wow. It was changing so much that it kind of made me wonder, did they really have a clue on who they wanted me to be, what they wanted me to look like? I knew what I wanted to do, and that was just change with the time, be myself, pray that everything business-wise was going well, which, hey, at the time, a lot of the things weren't. And I didn't, you know, you can't be home and be on the road at the same time. So I was going through a lot of changes during my career, first of all. And a lot of people think that, you know, everything was hunky-dory because they see me out there, they see me touring, they see me working, but they don't know that we all have an inside story. And the inside story a lot of us face is either you're getting ripped off or you're not seeing what you deserve. And, I'm not the only one, but I am in there with the rest of them from back in the day. So things like that went on, but I kept touring and I kept working and I kept striving to just show that, I wanted to give my fans what they want. And I was proud of being myself, and my band members making sure that everybody was happy. They were doing what they were supposed to do to make sure that we all look good. Not just Evelyn in the front look good, but we all look good so we can all be called on one day from someone else bigger or better than us. And that's the way I've always strived to keep my career, and I still do today. I keep it that way because I always wanted to make sure that I stay away from the harm and the bad of doing something that's not me and just doing what I love and showing my fans that this is how it is. You're in my living room. I appreciate you coming here. You paid for it. You're going to pay, and you're going to go home with something that you're never going to forget, and you're going to be happy with what you paid. That's my career.
That's how you win them over and build loyalty right there.
Yes, because you just got to be yourself. I mean, I can't be anyone else. And I keep that bubbliness, even though I've gone through the hardship of the business, the way things are. As of today, still actually struggling to get back out there. I was released from EMI, and I think it was 93. Yeah.
Yeah, your last EMI record at least was 89 was the last release on EMI.
Yeah, and I was released in 93, and it was like, okay, really? No job? Like you see, I have it unsung. I did unsung, which I was glad. They got half the story. Believe me, they didn't even have a whole lot of the story. But it's a lot of things. I'd rather just, it's like, you know what? We all go through this. People have been through more hardship than I have in the music business, but at the same time, we just have to learn from either mistakes or not knowing or understanding, and just, you got to learn. It's a business as well as being an entertainer. But my entertaining side is always going to be, held on to just being Evelyn. And I've been appreciative of that, and I've been appreciated with, the fans, that I love them so much and appreciate them for keeping me even relevant today. And the new youth, the youth that is out there, they're listening to the stuff. So it's a lot we go through, Scott, and a lot of fans that don't know, we go through a lot, but it's either suck it up or, just keep being bitter. And I don't have time for that anymore because I don't know what tomorrow brings, but I do know my tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I wake up and say, thank you, Lord, for waking me up another day. And if there's a gig tomorrow and the coronavirus is gone, I'm on stage. I'm on stage for my fans.
Yeah. You got to find, the path to that inner peace. That's the bottom line right there.
Yeah.
But when you were that teenager, did you ever think in your wildest imagination that, decades later, Shame would be, revered like it is? Of course, there's many other hits, but I mean, just from that one at the very beginning, did you ever fathom that?
No. I never thought that I'd still, first of all, have to still, I'm very proud to say I just turned 60 July the 1st. I'm proud to say that. To turn 60 and know that I have to jump on stage and sing Shame and still perform it the way the fans want it, and know that it's still relevant today. And a lot of youngsters that I meet today are letting me know that their parents played that song and they love it. No, I didn't expect it. But believe me, I'm just as proud of it as if it was yesterday. Just as proud.
Evelyn, I wanted to touch on a long time coming, back in mid 80s, that album. To me, I thought that record was a turn back to like the earlier 80s sound, like an effort. I don't know if it was conscious or not, but at least to my ears, it seemed like it was
Uh-huh.
kind of going back to like, more of the early 80s sound rather than some of the more progressive stuff that had come before it, which wasn't a bad thing at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think it was. Like I said, and it's still. I'm still going to repeat the same thing. I'm saying I kept bouncing back. It was like bouncing back and forth. Where do they want me to go? What do they want me to do? What is the image? What is the sound? What are they trying to find? It was brought to me, but it was. I guess they were trying to find out where. Like, okay, California to me, that kind of sound was a California kind of sound. Action CD, was a California kind of sound. It's like East Coast, West Coast, Northeast, Southeast. I don't know. I don't know what was happening, but I know the songs were happening because I love the song.
Well, also,
And I had to sing them. And if you look at it, it's Change is Gonna Come. I got discovered singing The Change is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. So that's how I got discovered. So it was a spinoff of Long Time Coming.
Okay. And that record had people like Renee and Angela on there, and the
Yeah.
guys from Rufus.
Yes. I enjoyed working with them. California out here with Hawk Walensky.
Uh-huh.
It was Hawk Walensky. Oh my God, I miss it. I haven't seen a lot of them. They live out. They were Malibu or somewhere, way out there somewhere. But went to their studio, and it was just amazing. These guys, they didn't play either. It was like stick to the script. Evelyn coming in here. We know she's gonna sing this song. We're gonna let her do what she do. And then we had lunch, we chilled out. It was get back at it. Then it was time to go home. I went in, and majority of the time, even Theodore Life would tell you, from early on, even Kashif, if he was here, he would let you know. I went in and I went out. I had it in my head. I had the song, how I wanted to project it. They would be happy with it. They would give me a few pointers or a few drops of letting me know, I think this, do it a little stronger, or give me a little yell, or, they would yell at me, and I enjoyed every moment of it, because the criticism and the best thing to do is perform as strong as you're gonna perform in that studio with these songs, so you can hit that stage and sound either the same or better. That's something I had to learn.
Did Hawk have any Chaka Khan stories to share with you?
Not really.
No.
But he knew that Chaka Khan was my idol. That's my idol. And to work with Chaka, that was a dream come true. I even got a chance to work with Chaka. I forgot to mention. That's my idol, Chaka Khan.
What were the circumstances of working with her?
Oh my God, we did some gigs together, and I was on the bill, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I'm on the bill with Chaka Khan. We did Hawaii together. Oh my God! I got up on stage with her and sang with her song. She pulled me up on stage in Hawaii. We did a couple of gigs, and we also did, it was for cancer research for children. We did that. Charities, we did a couple of charities together. But I've always been a fan. I grew up, I was in a talent show at 15 in school before I started touring. I did my talent show. I didn't win, but I sang her song, Pack My Bag.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't win. And it was because it was favorables inside the school. I was so mad. My mom was mad. They had a nerve to not even give me a flower. I was like, are you kidding me? And I wore that song out up on stage. I can't believe it. But that's the way it goes.
Wow.
The way it goes.
That was no justice there. I remember seeing Chaka Khan do that on TV back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a
It's
favorite of mine too.
amazing.
Yeah. Um, so Evelyn, you switched labels at that point. You parted with RCA after all those years and went to EMI, as you had
Yeah.
mentioned, and um, you had a few years in between. Was that like a transition thing or a life changing thing or?
Well, I had a child in 1986. Um, was it 86? Oh, am I getting it right? Yes, 86. I had a child and I lost the child in 89. And EMI had, they had let me go. They wanted me to just get me together mentally. It was a very tough time for me. Um, but then in doing that, in turn, I got back out there on the road, and then they give me a letter along with, that wasn't just me, it was along with Natalie Cole. We both ended up getting the same kind of letter. It was like, we're going to have to let you go. They were changing over to like a, rock or pop kind of sound they wanted. And I guess we weren't included.
That's something, especially because Flirt was a solid record and had some hits on it, and
Yes,
had a more mature sound for you, I thought, and had
really.
George Duke on there,
Yes. Wow.
and Leon was back again, and
Yeah.
yeah,
That was exciting working with George Duke and Leon and again, the songs. I'm telling you, it was so many songs that were out from different musicians, songwriters, producers, and entertainers themselves. They weren't paid very much attention to. It was going back and forth. Like it just seemed like they just really did not know where to put me. But I guess I don't know. Maybe it was time to just move on, and I had to find another way. But then no other way was coming to me at the time because they were into another era of sound and production and it was rap and it was hip hop and it was things just started changing after that.
yeah, the changing in the sound and also just changing in the way the labels worked at that time, and
Exactly.
yeah,
So, but then also we had social media, the internet coming out. And with the internet coming out into view, with the music being played on the radio, on the internet, and things not being sold anymore, no more record stores, no more record pools, no more things like that. I'm telling you, I miss very much being at the record stores, meeting your fans,
yep,
signing the autographs, all those things. Those were the days, and those kind of things are long gone. But then they should still be here because that was the only way that a lot of people even got to see the artists and the legends that they wanted to see,
yeah,
and vice versa.
yep. But you came back in the mid '90s with another strong record, "I'll Keep a Light On," which did that get a domestic release?
It got a domestic release that was slamming. Tony Haynes, which a lot of people, you know, should recognize him. Tony Haynes had so many hits out. Robert Palmer, he did so many artists, so many artists. He's all over the globe, and he's unsung as well. But I'm telling you, great songwriter. Um, you had Christopher Troy. I had with him, there was so many people in there. Can't remember everybody's name. Laney Stewart, that worked with Tony Haynes together. I mean, that was a team. And I'm telling you, the music is out there, either in the United States or it's overseas. That one's overseas, but I never got any kind of play of, can you come here to do this song or that song from that record? I really did.
It's a very
but it's a slamming record.
it's a very soulful record, I think, and it has a great lineup. You have Paul Jackson Jr. on there, and Jeff Lorber, and Larry Graham makes an
Yes,
appearance, and Freddie Fox.
yes, my husband. He wrote. My husband wrote the song "Star Child" with me, um, and yeah, we was part of that. A lot involved on that album with Preston Glass. We had Preston Glass with Larry Graham and Billy Preston. So many people that are just not being noticed for what they've done on those. Oh God, you look at it just bothers me. It really does get to me because it's so many songs on there that still can be played today, and you would go, wow, on that one especially. It's right what's going on. It's also the sound that you hear. It's very relevant, but you don't hear it in the States.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of nodding, just so you know.
So I'm right.
Yeah, well, and it's just such a common story for the, for lack of a better term, veteran R&B and dance and funk
Yeah,
artists during the '90s.
right.
Yeah, just for lack of a better term, or maybe it's appropriate. It's a big time shame of what happened in the '90s.
There you go. It is. It is, and I agree with that.
So
But we got to keep moving. But at least I know that is in my legacy. These songs, the people that were involved, the musicians, the background vocals. I mean, a lot of things that went down. I appreciate them all, and I've always recognized that the musicians, the vocals, the record pools, the DJs, the clubs, the interviewers, of course, the radio stations. You just gotta remember we had so much going on that complemented each other, and it kept it going for a long, long time. And then it just seemed like everything just got scattery. It just went all over the place, all over the globe, but scattered because they didn't know where to go with certain artists, even in the 90s. The 70s, 80s, and 90s was a time of let's find out what we're going to do. I can speak for Evelyn. What we're going to do with Evelyn. Okay, let's throw her this way. Okay, no, she looks too young. Oh, let's make her look older. If you notice, or you look on some of the albums, my looks were like, okay, what do they want me to wear? And what is on my head? The music box, I did not agree with putting no bird and a net up on my head. I still don't agree. I will never agree with that. I'm like, excuse me, I look like going to church. I look like I was getting ready to go to church with a net and a bird up on my head. I did not like that.
I'm in Love is pretty
They had
good.
me at one time
Did you
in a
like that
trash
cover?
can. Huh?
I like the I'm in Love cover. Was that one good for you?
You like the that was fine.
Yeah.
It was keeping me youthful. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was saying though. If you look, it's like, okay, she's younger, but they got to look at older. She's older, and now they want her to look younger. I know you're confusing the people, but fans aren't stupid. And I always repeated that, even on stage. They go, I know you guys aren't stupid. You know how old I am. If you follow your artist, you know how old they are. Don't be ashamed of who you are as an artist. Be proud that you can wake up and say, I turned this age. I will always do that. And, and then they always say, well, if you still got it, be proud of it. If you don't have it anymore, relax. Somebody else there's some new people out there want to come out and do their thing. Everybody gets a chance.
Evelyn, what went into you coming back with a record in 2007, Open Book?
Open Book, that was due to Preston Glass just saying, you know what, we need her to come back out. We miss her. We need her sound. He really wanted to bring some people in to make sure that I could be out there. And me, Tony Haynes, Preston Glass, and my husband, we all came together, and Preston added some people that he knew good songwriters also to help out, and the producers was him. The producer was him. And I went in the studio and I just put it out, but it was songs that was relevant to me. Like my life is an open book. It is. It is. That song, I went in with the open book, sang the song down, crying the whole time.
Wow.
No sound effects, no nothing, all that. He just said, go in there and sing it. I was thinking of all the things I've gone through. And here, I done lost my parents, in 1997. It was a lot going on in my life. I lost a child. So I've gone through, it is an open book. So all of the things were just hitting me, like, wow, here I am from the beginning of my career and I'm still standing and I'm in the studio and it is an open book, my life. When I hit the stage, it's an open book. And then the songs that follow, funny, fun songs, Yum Yum had the, I like Yum Yum, it was cute, cutesy. He was just trying to make sure that people heard me again.
And the dance became a club hit, got some action there, right?
That one, the dance, with me and my husband, we wrote that together. He wrote most of it. My husband wrote the dance. But, and then we had it remixed, and you know how it goes. All that stuff we have to have, done just to get you back out there with fresh, new sound again. It went all over the place, and I was very happy to see that and hear that. That to me was a club. It seemed like a club song, and I figured that, they would really, it would get over. But things just started going crazy again. I'm like, okay, they don't like that one. I don't know. Do they want that one anymore? I don't know. It was going crazy. The album went crazy because no one really knew what to choose, what to really put out, which one was better for them. But that's the way the music business is.
In 2004, I saw that Shame was put into the Dance Music Hall of Fame. Was that something?
Yeah.
Did that involve your participation, or how did you find out, or did it mean something?
No, it was a surprise. It was a surprise to me. I just ended up getting an award, the Dance Music Hall of Fame. I was in shock. I was in shock, but I was there. I was proud, and I thank them. Thanks to the Dance Music Hall of Fame for thinking of me, and just recognizing a strong song. T Life, John Fitch, Ruben Cross. I mean, they made me. Actually brought me to this point today. I will always say that because it was the beginning of my career, the beginning of me. Thanks to T Life even recognizing me.
Do you ever get tired of performing it? How do you kind of keep it fresh so that you still enjoy it?
I never get tired of doing Shame. You can't get tired of doing something you love. That's the whole thing. I love that. I love performing. When I sing Shame, I know that I got to just hit it hard. You hit it hard. They want to hear it. I get on that stage. I got to play the congas. I dance, and I sing. That's my show of Shame. And that's, and then the words, Mama just don't understand, oh, how I love my man. I know that when that came out, those words right there, that was for my gay audience and my LGBT. I love you guys. I know you love that song so much, but the guys, I'm telling you, the gay guys, they went crazy every time I do the song. That's their favorite line more than anything. Because they'll sing that in my face, and right after that, want my shoes. But I'm like, I know that the song is still relevant because the music, the sound, Philadelphia, it just brings you back home. And that's why the words of my mother says, you're never too big because stars do fall. And I'm still standing today because I still remember where I came from. So it just all goes back to that.
Did you have many band members that were with you for extended periods through different tours and things like that, or did you kind of have it changed up all the time?
Oh wow. Well, I mean, I had wow. I could say some were there for like a few years. We had Trestle, the group Trestle. You had some of the guys from Trestle. I had Bill McGee. Uh, I had Instant Funk play with me. I had it was back and forth. I had some, decent musicians that just and singers that stayed with me probably a year or two, and then it was changed up. It was a lot back then. It was due to, hey, the record company either said they weren't strong enough, or either they had to switch up somebody, or my parents something didn't go right. They didn't like it. They got rid of them. But yeah, I've had some good musicians,
Now,
very good musicians, and still today, good musicians.
and a few years ago, you got back out there with the first ladies of disco, and um, what was that experience like?
Well, that was different for me. First Ladies of Disco. That was done by James Washington, which was Martha Wash's manager at the time, and I think he still is. But James Washington had wanted to see if I was able to. He talked to my manager and wanted to make sure that wanted to find out if I was interested in working with Linda Clifford and Martha Wash. And it wasn't like a girl group or anything, a women's group or anything. It was just us doing our individual things, but coming together with a song. And that was very exciting to do because I got to do something different in my career, switch up a little bit. That's just showing the youth, I've grown up, I'm grown up, I'm a lady, and I want to be out there with other women and we doing what we do, and coming together as one for a song. Oh my God. It was incredible for me to do when we hit the stage in Joe's Pub. That was my performance with them. And I'll never forget that. It was very exciting. We've done a couple of things together. We did the video. But James Arena had wrote a book. It started off with him first. James Arena had wrote a book. It was First Ladies of Disco book. And he's the author of the book. Him and James Washington know each other. It was just a full circle thing come along, and Linda Clifford and I were cool, and me and Martha Wash are cool. Ladies respecting each other's craft individually. And we came together, and the song came out, and people still love it. And that was it.
And this year you were embarking on a Legends show, right? But it got pushed off. Now it's planned for next year. Is that right?
Oh my goodness, the show, yeah, because of COVID-19, a lot of things have been, pushed back or postponed or canceled. I'm supposed to be doing the Legends show, and that's supposed to be is that the one that's with Melba D-Train? Is that the one you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, yeah, and I'm excited about doing it. I just hope that it goes. I pray that it goes. I mean, we all are suffering at this time with this COVID-19, and it's just, we're all out of work, We're all unemployed at this time, but at the same time, we're trying to keep our sanity because we won't be able to get back out there if you don't have your brain on straight, your mind focused, and, and you're taking care of yourself. And please out there, I'm stressing it to everyone, please wear the mask. I have been doing it. I am not ashamed of wearing no mask. It's just a piece of material that you gotta just put over your face to keep us all alive, and your families and your friends. We've lost so many people during this time, and we just got to pay attention to the people that know what they're talking about of what to do, and social distance correctly, and we can get out there and perform again. Because I know they miss the music just as much as we do.
No question about it. Evelyn, as we look back and get ready to wind this down, is there a particular show that really stands out to you that maybe something unexpected happened, or maybe it was back in front of your home crowd and family, or maybe it was the biggest crowd you were ever in front of, or maybe it was overseas or something that just, stands out in your mind?
Wow. Honestly, it's so many, and it's good moments, it's funny moments. It's what really stands out. The main thing that will always stand out to me in my heart is when I first began and I did the forum, and my parents were there. It just made me very happy and proud. Sorry.
It's okay.
It was because of them that I was standing there, and I gave my all for the first time. My siblings always was proud of me, and I'm just been very proud of that when I played the Forum, Madison Square Garden in New York. Just to do something like that at a child's age is unbelievable. And I can say I still perform that way today.
Do you recall what year that was?
Oh, wow. I think it was late 70s, like 78, 79. I played the Forum, and it was just exciting. I got to find all my little pictures and things so I can put it online and post sometimes. Like just pictures even of magazines or things like that on a post, so that way people could see what it was for me back then, what I look like, they don't get to see everything until you're able to actually have something out there that's just, if I had my own TV show one day.
Hey, there you go.
I'll put that out there.
There's so many channels now. I think there's room for you.
I would love it. Well, I've always wanted to work with children, so that's something that I would love so much. Remember the show that Bill Cosby used to do with the kids?
Yes. Kids say the darndest
that kind
things.
Of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, and they do. But it would be more of like, who would you like to be? What would you like to do in your life? That kind of thing. Or what are your hobbies? Or things like that. So it would be a spin-off of that. But yeah, I just know that playing the Forum, I remember the Forum, and you're talking about the proudest moment for my parents. I know it's plenty more that they would share if they were alive to tell you, but that was, I know that was the one. My mom would lift her finger up, and I end up almost passing out because I held shame so long, the last note. That's the memorable moment. That's part of it. She held her hand up, so I'm thinking I'm supposed to keep holding that song, that lyric. The last one. I almost passed out. And she said, "No, it's just that I was so proud of you." I'm like, "Oh, thank you very much." So yeah, that's something I'll never forget.
What was it at the Madison Square Garden or the Forum?
I think it was the Forum.
In Los Angeles?
The Forum was the one I remember. Yes, the Forum.
Yeah, in Inglewood. Yeah.
Yep, I played the Forum.
Yep. Saw many shows there when I used to, I spent most of my life in Los Angeles. I may have mentioned that to you, I'm not sure. But,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you got to come back. It's thunderstorming over there, isn't it? Now you got to go. Oh, sorry. I should have did that.
So, Evelyn, are there one or two, I'll even allow you three if you want, tracks that you've recorded that are just your favorites?
Honestly, no.
No?
No, I'm serious. I don't have a favorite because I like everything I sing. Everything that I put out, I'm proud of. I can honestly say that. I'm proud of because it shows versatility in me. That's why I said it's nothing wrong with being true to yourself, and being true to me and telling you the truth. Every song I sang, every producer and songwriter that gave me a song, it's not one song I can't say that I didn't like on any of my albums or CDs. So it's hard to say I have a favorite. Do you get what I'm saying? It's very difficult to go, oh yeah, my favorite song is. Now if I just went, oh, my favorite song is Shame, they'd be like, oh, that's because that was your first song and you can't say that. I love all my songs because I sang them all, and I was proud of what I had to do, and the songwriters and the producers and the way they, it was a good enough song for me to sing it down because I'm versatile, and I'm very proud to say that. I'm not trying to brag, but I am versatile. You give me a country song, I'll probably throw down. At least I think so.
It kind of goes back to Prince again a little bit. He would always say that all his songs are like all his children. He loves them all.
Exactly. So now you understand why I said that. So
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
These are not all written by me. That's the whole thing. It's just that it's sung by me. Because it's my vocal, and I know I appreciated what I've done, and I've worked hard for what I've done with these songs. Waking up, you got to remember these words. You got to think about all that. That's a lot. And I'm yeah. That's what I say about that.
When I look back at the era that you came out of, the late 70s and the disco era, there were so many sort of mostly one-hit wonders that came out from them that were, sort of disco fads and things like that. I think you are one of the exceptions and exceptional, in the way you came out of that and had such a long, distinguished career. There aren't many others that I think of that did that. I mean, somebody maybe like Donna Summer comes to mind, but there aren't many. And so it's really something extraordinary.
Like even, it is extraordinary because there are, I never look at a lot of them that do have just one song, like when they come out and we're doing some gigs together. It's been a lot of artists that I've worked with that had just one song. They came out, they open up the show, or they do this, or they're there even to support the artist. You think about that, and you're saying to yourself, look, if the song is still relevant today, the song is still doing something today. I know that a lot of them even say, well, I don't even want to get back into this business. It's crazy. I've heard so many stories, Scott. It's like, they would share things in my ear. You got one side saying, this is a crazy, when I was young, this is a crazy business. I don't know why you want to be in it, blah, blah, blah. I love what I do. And my whole thing is, if it's going to carry me through and I still want to be there, then it's going to carry me through. But if you don't want to be there and you just want to stop where you started, that's what's going to happen. I didn't stop where I started. The whole thing is it stopped on me, but at the same time, I kind of want to make sure that whatever I do next, it's going to be a good thing. It's not going to be something where the kids can go back and say, oh, she didn't know what she wanted. I know that a lot of the one-hit wonders, as they call them, have great hits. I have them. I listen to the song. But then they have, what do they call it? They say they're independent. Yeah. They have their own independent CDs out. They have their own record companies now. They're trying to, be independent and independent labels and all, and it's not really working because we don't know how to follow protocol of how the music business was. It's a big difference. But the thing is, we have internet, we have fans, we have social media, we have all of this do play in our hands for a moment, but I think we can still go on. My mom used to sell them out the car. The people would love my songs. They come up. My mom and dad had my music in the back seat, back trunk of the car. And so it starts off where you keep it going, you keep it going.
Yeah. Well, and, speak on behalf of myself and all the listeners and viewers of the show, we're all so grateful that you have carried on like you have and brought us so much great music through the years and are still doing it.
Thank you. I'm trying, and I want to come back out with something, but it's taking time. It's going to take some time. I never want to rush. I know I'm still here for a purpose, and I thank God every day for that. But I want my fans to know that I appreciate the fact that they keep me working. They have kept me working so much. This is actually the first time I've ever been off ever this long. Ever. Like so many others that just traveled and toured all the time. And, we miss what we do. And we love you guys, and we appreciate you guys, but we want you to be able to be here if you listen. Please wear the mask. I'll stress that again. And watch what you're doing. Don't go out partying when they say don't. We want to see you again. I want to perform for you again. And I want to be able to put something out again. But right now, they have me still going off the same thing. I'm taking my little time that I have, even with the coronavirus, just to chill out for a little bit because I have never been able to really do that. And that's a pat on my back for still just having the songs from, and to the producers and songwriters, thanking them. The songs are keeping me still on the road with the same stuff from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to be grateful to God.
Sounds good to me, Evelyn. Thank you so much for doing this. And also, is there, a website or Facebook or something you want to share for people to keep up with what's going on with you, especially when you get busy again?
And I thank you, first of all, too, Scott, for thinking of me. And I do notice that you've been looking for me for quite some time. Like I said, I'm very sorry. And next time we'll be able to do it on live, so that I can get it right. I do live shows, me and my husband, where we're on, we're trying to do the little FaceTime, Facebook Live thing. Facebook. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter. It's Evelyn Champagne King. I'm on Twitter. It's still there. I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. Yes, you can find me, and I do have a fan page on Facebook as well. You'll know it's me because I will write you back and say, you'll know because you know how I talk. If those of you that know now how I talk, you know if it's not me. If you see something different on there, risque, I don't like that. I don't talk no dirty language. I delete you if you act up. Just so you know, I'm very real. I will let you go really quickly. You can follow someone else that is in that kind of field. I try to be as decent because you do have youngsters out there paying us attention. So I just want y'all to know I'm still here.
Well, keep that love coming down. And
I like that, Scott. That was cool. Okay.
And, bless you. And, let Freddie know that I'm coming after him next.
Yes, please do. Please do. Also, he's also on my Facebook. We're all both on the internet. FreddieFox.com. You can check him out. He has a website. I'm still working on mine to get it right. But I appreciate you very much, and I thank you all for listening. I hope we can do this again, and we will do it live. We got to get it together, make sure it's right. I got to look cute. It takes time to dye the hair these days.
I was hoping you might recreate that music box look,
Oh, that is so cool. Okay, I got to get you for that one. I'm going to get you for that one. No, that's not going to work. No, that's not going to work. But I wanted to just say thank you again. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you. And take really good care. And stay in touch.
I will. Thank you again. I'll make sure I reach out to Freddie and let him know.
Okay. Thanks, Evelyn. Take care.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Hey, back at Truth and Rhythm headquarters. Thank you for joining us on another magical ride with Truth and Rhythm. Whether you're watching or listening, as always, thank you so much for your continued interest and support. Be sure to subscribe. Go to YouTube. Go to the Funk and Stuff channel. That's where Truth and Rhythm lives and breathes and thrives. Also, goodies there like TIR Quick Takes. And if you subscribe, you know what? You get the show before anyone else. It's free. If you love jazz, funk, R&B, soul, you can't miss it. Pass it along. Tell a friend. Tell family. This audience is growing, and it is a beautiful thing, all coming together for the love of this great music. Also, if you can throw us a buck or two, we could use the support financially, keeping the lights on, keeping the servers going, all these expenses. If you can help support the program, whatever you can give, much appreciated. Go to the funkinstuff.net website, and on the right hand side of every page, you just click and you can donate through PayPal, credit card, whatever. Very easy to do and so much appreciated. And if you do a sizable donation, I will mention you on the program. Also, drop me a line. Email me at scottg@funkinstuff.net. Let me know who else you'd like to see on the show, what you enjoy about the music. Let's just kibitz and talk about stuff, talk music. You'll find that I respond very quickly, and I much enjoy the rapport and the camaraderie and the interaction. Always remember, this is your show, The True Music Lover. So for now, that's all the time we have for this one. It's a wrap. As always, Scott Dr. GX Goldfine saying, keep on vibrating to the rhythm of the one.